Lord and Savior. I mean, just His favor was upon us today, and you know, just got a lot of adversity around here, and to see a group of guys come together like that, I mean, that doesn't just happen, and really truly believe in what we're trying to do. You know, it's a big win for our conference. You know, we're 3-0, and that's the objective. That's what we're trying to do. I'm proud of our team today because I saw a team that made a decision to believe. I talk to them all about that all the time. I tell them, hey, you got greatness in you, but the coaches can't bring it out. You got to make a decision to be great, and you know, it's just good to see these guys respond and see the progress that we've made. You know, with our team at this point, but you know, there's a lot to talk about. You know, listen, we knew Auburn was going to be a very difficult out. They got a lot of pride, and we're going to win 17 games in a row. You know, by accident, but to get down 14 points to the national champion, and you know, it's not exactly how we wanted to start, but you know, I think that we've proven one thing in 3 games is that we're going to keep playing. And we're going to go to the next play, and that's what our team has continued to do. We've been a little, but we have not broken, and I just can't be more proud of them. I think it's the longest streak ever for the Clemson history as far as breaking a streak, and you know, 640 yards of total offense. You know, I felt like coming into the game. In fact, I told the media people before the game. He asked me what I thought the difference in our team was. We're very similar teams. What I thought the difference was, and I said, well, I think the difference has a chance to be our offensive line and our defensive line. And I think that was the difference, especially as the game wore on. I thought that our protection was outstanding. We were able to run the football. We had the ball, I think the last 9 minutes and 30 seconds we had the ball. And then I think we had it another 5-something on the drive where we fumbled. So that's dominant football in the second half. It's the 3rd week in a row we have not given up a touchdown in the second half. I don't know, but I would say it's probably been a long time since Auburn has not scored a touchdown in the second half. So I'm just really proud of our guys. Huge interception by Cody. You know, Taj Boyd, what can you say? The guy has just taken ownership. You know, Chad has done an incredible job. You know, not just with our offense, but with Taj in particular. And you know, he's 386 yards, second most in the history of the school, 30 for 42, 4 touchdowns. We had a hard time running it early, and they were challenging us with some things, and so we felt like we had some matchups that we could win in the passing game. And once we got that going, we got it rolling. I think we scored every time we had the ball, like 5 out of 6 times or something, except the one time that we fumbled. So, you know, just really proud of our guys up front. And it's the first time we've beaten Auburn in 60 years. I think they had a 14-game win streak. So, you know, a lot of good things from this game. Sammy Watkins continues to just set records. You know, he's an incredible ball player and just a very humble young man, and just going to get better. But, you know, football and team is about stepping up. It's about guys stepping up. And that's really what life's about, too. That's what I told the team. Listen, you don't ever know when you're going to get an opportunity. You may never get an opportunity, but you got to prepare. And today was the epitome of that. We had guys just step up time after time. I mean, you know, Cloy's out. You know, David Smith's out. Cloy's out. Brandon Thomas goes in. Hadn't played a whole lot, and he stepped up. He really solidified us in there. Did a great job. Dwayne Allen just continues to show incredible leadership. I mean, he had a heck of a game. He had a career high today. I thought Mike Bellamy sparked us. Obviously, he had the fumble. We're disappointed with that, but he really ran hard, and it just keeps getting better and better. And then, you know, I don't think DJ Howard probably woke up this morning thinking he was going to be the leading rusher in this ballgame. But he was ready. He was ready. And that's what life's about. It's about being ready when you get an opportunity. And I'm proud of DJ. He ran with some purpose. You know, as I said, you know, to the team, sometimes good Lord's got a sense of humor. You know, he was committed to Auburn as a running back, and I think they wanted to move him to DB, so kind of just fitting for him to be the leading rusher in this game today. I'm awful proud of DJ. Sharon Pete. Jerron Brown gets banged up, gets hurt. I mean, we had guys getting banged. It was a very physical game. Sharon Pete, that might be the greatest first catch I've ever seen for a first catch. A first catch. I mean, that was incredible. And then he came back and had another huge catch and run after the catch. Really proud of Sharon, seeing him take advantage of his opportunities today. And again, just the possession of the ball. I cannot stress that enough. To be able to possess the ball like we did in the second half is against a team that's won 17 games in a row. That's special. I think we had 9 consecutive third down conversions at one time. So just really proud of our team, and again, defense and how they responded in the second half. But it all goes back to how we prepared. I thought we prepared very well. We had our best week of practice, and you know, this will go a long way for these guys as far as their confidence goes. And I'm proud of them because we're 3-0, and that's our goal to be at this point as we go through the schedule of champions, as I've been calling it. You've had the Sun Belt champions, the Southern Conference champions, the SEC national champions, and now we got to put this in mind. We're going to enjoy this tonight, and we're going to enjoy it tomorrow. But Monday morning at 6:30, this one's over. We get into conference play next week, and I'm pulling for Florida State tonight. I want to see our conference do well, and I think that'd be a great matchup. 2 division undefeated teams in here next week in the Valley. So, you know, hopefully they can get it done tonight. But we just got to stay focused on our process. That's really what it's about. It's just one game at a time. And you know, I told the players to enjoy it. And one of the things I told the players, too, is, you know, we've handled some adversity around here. You know, we had a lot of adversity last year. And it's just as important how you handle some success. It's just as important, maybe more important. And so, you know, just about staying focused on the right things, you know, making sure you stay humble, making sure you give others credit, and I think our team will continue to do that. But conference play this week, and we got to try to continue to win at home. If we can do that, then we have an opportunity to put ourselves in pretty good shape. But again, I congratulate Auburn, Coach Chiswick and his staff for a great run. I've been a part of a 28-game winning streak, and I understand the pressure that comes with that, and how hard it is to do. So they were a very good champion, but I'm glad it ended in Death Valley today, and the credit goes to all them guys that played in that game. With that, I'll take your questions.
This is an indication of how responsible the players with each other with this win today.
I'm sorry.
This is an indication how responsible the players are to each other for this win today.
Yeah, they're accountable to each other, and in fact, you know, they all carry a little card in their pocket that helps them to remember that accountability. That's one of the things that I said to the media back in the spring, that, you know, I was starting to see leadership and accountability grow on this team, and ownership, and you know, they worked their butts off all summer, and they've earned this. They earned it. Nobody's giving them anything. I'm sure there wasn't many people out there that probably thought we'd be 3-0 right now, but you know, they really don't matter. It's about the guys playing between the lines, and they care for each other. We got a lot of love on this football team, and our staff is second to none. The job that this staff has done is incredible. We got a great chemistry. You know, Chad and Kevin have done a great job of working together and blending things, and you know, I just try to keep us going in the right direction. But we've got a lot of accountability to each other.
Coach, can you break down when the offense began to take over in the second quarter as far as the main reasons? Was it the offensive line giving Taj time? Was it the receivers making great catches? And that's what led to Taj's confidence and just the offense started clicking?
All the above. You know, they protected very well. Taj, you know, he missed a couple now. We missed a couple big ones, but he went to the next play. And that's where Taj has really grown. It's where he's really grown, because in the past he missed a wide open play for a touchdown or something like that, and it'd carry over to the next play, and he just kept playing. But receivers have done it. We've got a special group. We got a special group of skilled people on this team, and we've done it. We've tried to do a great job of spreading it around to a lot of different guys. That makes us really hard to defend. So it starts with the protection. Taj has got to make the right decision and the right throw, and then the receivers have got to do a great job, getting open, finishing catches. And there were some great plays today. That touchdown Nuke Hopkins had was a heck of a catch. Now, a lot of big throws on third down, and everybody had a hand in it. So it wasn't just one guy; it was just everybody working together to get it done. But we started to hurt them in the passing game going into the half, and we felt like that. Hey, they can't cover us. And if we can exploit that, then at some point we're going to be able to run the football, and that's how it turned out for us. So again, just can't say enough about our players. And Sammy Watkins, shoot, this guy's, he's from another planet.
Yeah, well, just to follow up on that, Gene said after the game you guys were a pretty good football team, but he went back to say that we got to reevaluate our defense, we got to go back and reevaluate our coach and find out what we're doing. Do you think Chad just had that defense just so confused they weren't sure what was going on? Or?
Well, again, we had a great plan coming in, and that's for them to figure out. I ain't quite worried about Auburn, we've actually, today we put it together. We've played well the last two games offensively. We've done some really good things. We just left a lot out there, and today, we put it together, and to see guys step up and play with that great energy and that great belief and confidence, and that really got us going and got our defense going. Again, the coaches had a great plan. I thought Chad did an outstanding job of calling it, and I'll let them figure out what their issues are.
Can this be one of those wins that sort of propels this program in the direction you want it to go, or is what this game will become, is that sort of predicated on what happens in games like next week and the week after?
Yeah, you can only, we'll look back at the end of the season and we'll see, once the whole picture's painted. But, again, we're 3-0, we're happy. It's a big win for Clemson. I cannot thank our fans enough. They were awesome. The Valley was rocking, and that's the home field advantage that we ought to have in Clemson, South Carolina. So our fans were incredible, but time will tell. But no doubt it's a huge win. Anytime you win like that, it creates confidence in what you're doing. It creates, especially when you come back. You come back from down 14, and you start to, develop that mindset of, hey, we can do this. It's a sign that our players are listening to the right things. They're believing the right things. So we'll see. This time next week, we got an incredible opponent coming in here in Florida State, another team that beat us last year in a doggone tough game at their place. So we'll do everything we can to try to get ready to win that game next week. But we'll look back at the end of the season. They're not going to cancel the rest of the season, so we've got a lot of ball to play, and we got a lot of improvement to do. Let's don't anoint this team just yet. We've got a bunch of work to do to get better as a football team. Our goals are bigger than 3-0. Our goals are right there, and so we're a long way away from achieving them at this point. But we're on the path.
You talk about belief. Was it tested being down 21-7 early the way that those guys are running on you?
Absolutely. You're dealing with young people, and that tests your program. It tests your off season. It tests how you talk to them. It tests how you practice. It tests everything. Just the foundation of your program. When you want to see how guys respond, do they quit? Do they lay down? Or do they pick themselves back up? Do they respond? And our team responded. So again, I'm awful proud of our coaches and Coach Batson. Somebody asked me at the half. One of the reporter guy asked me at the half, said something about the snap count or something. We had a bunch of plays, and how are we going to keep?